It's Joseph here from Eightcap. We hope you're having a good day. We're looking at gold during this report on the daily chart, and we are just going to have a look at the current price action that we have been seeing for around a week and a half now. And we can see that we've got a bit of a range forming, and it's not uncommon to see price start to figure out its next step after a nice ascent up or down after a breakout. So it's pretty normal to see something like this. We are seeing a few decent sized rejection tails up to this area here, and we are seeing a bit of volume with that as well. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. We don't want to see a big lower high support break there. That could set up a deeper correction. So at the moment, we have penciled in this point of support and this point of resistance. Now those levels with spot prices, so resistance we're seeing around 21.87.18, and support we're seeing around 21.54 even. So we saw how we had this downward channel here. We saw a very nice breakout of that area. We had a nice higher low here with that support there, and there was a bit of a range here as well, but then we just saw that nice breakout. Gold hasn't really taken a backward step since then. It's been continuing to put on higher highs and in new records, so that's all very good to see. So now we've got this higher low here, we've got a higher high there, so trend structure still looks pretty nice, and what we want to see now is that the market continues to maintain that sort of that pattern. So if we do see a move down now, we'd like to see a new higher low, then a push up to maybe see a higher high. If we don't and we see a bit of a break there, that's okay if we see a lower low, as long as we see a new high, then a new higher high, and a new higher high above this high here. So sorry if I said high too many times then, but hopefully that all stuck and made sense. That's just basic. I don't know if you've seen San Weinstein pattern of trend, and also just basics of swing highs and swing low, but that's something I do pay attention to quite a lot, and I do like to see those patterns furthering on as the trend does continue. One thing that I do see is a bit of a worry is if we see a move down, a new move up, and a lower high, and then following with a new move lower. That's a bit of a worry to see. But look, that's getting ahead of ourselves at the moment. What we're seeing is a price range that's forming. We've got a push up here, even nearly an ascending triangle pattern inside the range at the moment. We have a lot of resistance up here from sellers. I think that's the area really that's going to have, really needs the most work to do from buyers to beat that what we're seeing, and it's really coming in anywhere from above this point here, 109.78 on TradingView's chart. So if we do see a break at that level, we want to see a close. I think at this point a close is quite necessary, as we've seen a few moves already that have failed to close, and we want to see a close there to show that buyers and sellers are steady at that point, and we can't see a shakeout too easily. And then once we see a close there, that could set up potential of a new push higher that could set up a new higher high. Now, if we do see this turn into more of a descending channel, wouldn't worry too much either. If we did see sort of move down a bit, we have seen these patterns before. We've seen one here, we've seen one here, and we've seen one here. There's a little bit more tighter, these two examples, but we've still seen them. We've still seen the higher low, after the final low put in, that nice higher low from the last on the trend line, and then the trend will start again. So these are the two scenarios we are looking at, and we still are looking for this trend to continue. We'd need to have a little bit of evidence. Gold's a little bit trickier to pick a reversal, because you can see this point here, this point here, this point here, and this point here all look like pretty decent looking reversal type setups, didn't they? But they all failed. And we can see that price continued to make new higher highs after those lows were put in. So be a little bit cautious here. You may want to see something really fundamentally really back up the price turn as well. The dollar and gold at the moment, their relationship is not as inverse as it usually is. So that's another thing also to keep in mind. Don't just rely on the dollar as well for key influence or key indication that we are going to see the opposite movement from this market, just because that market's doing one thing or another. So what we really want to see basically now, what I'm waiting to see, is what happens next in this area. Do we see prices break this support point? Do we see them hold them? Do we see a close above this resistance, showing something a little bit different than we've seen on the last 3 to 4 times price has gone above this resistance? resistance area, and then we'll make a decision from there about whether we're looking for a continuation higher or if we're going to have to wait and see if there's a bit of a, the pullback's going to go a bit deeper. So they're basically the things we are looking for at the moment. Sorry, it's gone a bit over 5 minutes, so we'll wrap it up there. If you have any thoughts or if you want to add anything, if you think we've missed anything, feel free to drop us a comment. But yeah, otherwise, just to summarize, we are looking for continuations to continue. We may see a break of support. We're not going to get too worried about that on the short term. We may see a new higher low in this area here, and then we may see a new continuation higher. But on the short term, if we see a close into this area, that could be quite significant, and we'll see what happens next from that point. Otherwise, we're just looking for this trend to maintain its push. So thank you very much for your time. We wish you all the best with your trading for today, and until our next update, good trading and bye for now.